finally, the last and most recent research project I've done also came out of my work down in Southern California before coming up here to Oregon. And that involved a rather elegant experiment that a graduate student put together. In this, he looked at the advertisements for apartments available in Los Angeles and sent inquiries about the apartments advertised online to about 1,000 landlords all over Los Angeles County. And the inquiry was always the same. It simply said, "Is the apartment still available?" What differed was the signature attached to the message. The message would either be signed by Patrick McDougal, a fictional person that we just made up, or Saeed Al-Rahman, or Tyrell Jackson. And we just waited to hear back from the landlords in reply to this inquiry. And what we found, this was conducted in March of 2003, about the time that the most recent war in Iraq was beginning. What we found was that Patrick McDougal was invited to see the apartments advertised about 90% of the time. Tyrell Jackson, on the other hand, was invited to see these apartments only just over half the time, 55% or so. And Saeed Al-Rahman was invited about 2/3 of the time. Now, these apartments resembled one another. They were all one-bedroom apartments in various neighborhoods with various rents associated with them. But Patrick McDougal essentially was welcome to live anywhere he wanted in Los Angeles. That cannot be said of Tyrell Jackson, and it could only be said to a limited extent about Saeed Al-Rahman. And so once again, what I was interested in where this experiment was concerned was the way that a new communication technology, basic email, makes it possible for people to learn about apartments in a much more efficient way than they would have been in the past and to signal their interest in them. But it also allows landlords to exercise discrimination that's against the law, incidentally, in other new and creative ways. Rather than looking someone in the eye as the person comes in to apply for an apartment, a landlord, is able to exercise this discrimination somewhat passively, either by simply saying the apartment isn't available or not replying at all. In all three of these studies, we were looking at the way life in Los Angeles on a day-to-day basis is influenced by the patterns of communication and the technologies of communication that people have available to them.